Hi, thanks for watching. I'm going to be showcasing the Spellbinders Stitching Die of the month for April 2024. The name of the club for this month is called Stitched Wall Hanging. You get these 3 ovals and they're used to create the stitched wall hanging as well as the inside frame of the stitched wall hanging. Just reminds you of some sort of embroidery hoop, but it's oval shaped. Then you've got 2 flowers and 2 insides that are round for the flowers. You've got this large leaf and a single small leaf. Then you have these little stems that you can put the little berries and flowers on. You've got a handle. You've got a little tag with the word hi and the words for you, which are sentiments. And then you have like a swirl that reminds me of a piece of embroidery floss. So I'm just going to go ahead and rearrange these so that you can get a better look at them. You can see there are a lot of components to this month's stitching die of the month. Each month Spellbinders sends you a new stitching die, and you can see that you can stitch a lot of these components, and so all together you've got lots of options here. And again, this little piece reminds me of sort of a handle that you would use to hang your wall hanging. It reminds me sort of an embroidery hoop style craft that a lot of folks do. I myself have never done embroidering. I don't do any sewing, but anybody can do a Spellbinder stitching die. You do not need to know how to sew or to do embroidering to do this fun, get this fun look on your cards. I'm just showing you how the ovals layer together to create the outer frame and then the inner circle for your stitched wall hanging. So I went ahead and I cut these components out using Spellbinders cardstock, and I also stitched one of the flowers. Now let's go ahead and stitch another flower. I'm stitching this one on camera. I'm using DMC light gold embroidery floss that you can purchase through Spellbinders. And by the way, I will have links below in my description box where you can find the products that I used to create this card. And the dies that I die cut with my Spellbinders Platinum 6 have not only the holes that punch out for, the holes that are die cut, you don't really have to punch them out. They just fall right out of your paper. But they've got the marks on the die cut, so it's sort of embossed. I know it's kind of hard to see on camera, but you can follow the lines that are embossed on the flower image here, and if you just follow along and make a circle, you'll see that it's easy to get a nice looking stitched product that ends up looking really pretty for your final, your final project. And I did stitch already one of the yellow flowers. I stitched the large orange flower and the small orange flower. I did those off camera. And you'll have to forgive, my finger still is healing from the plastic surgery that I had. So if you'll see that my right index finger is a little red and swollen, it's because I had a cyst removed back in March, and I had a skin graft taken from my wrist and put on my index finger to basically patch, for lack of a better word, the spot that they removed the cyst, and everything is still healing, but it's healing up well. Now for my paper, I'm using some Spellbinders Color Essential cardstock, and I have the Brights Sampler Pack, And this color is, I believe, Sun-Kissed. And then the orange color, let's see, which one would that be? I think that's the Persimmon. Yeah. Yeah. And then I use some green. And it looks like the green color is called Rainforest. I also used another green color that was in there, and I think that one's called Peridot. So you get the idea. I have a pack of Spellbinders cardstock here, and that's what I use to do the die cutting. Now, I also use some gold foil cardstock to cut out the little sprigs. That's what the gold is there in the background. And then I had in my stash some gold shimmer paper, and I used that gold shimmer paper to cut out the actual frame, the oval frame for the stitched wall hanging. And then I had some ivory pearlescent paper that I used for my embossing folder, and that embossing folder is a 3D embossing folder from Spellbinders that was previously released. It's called Tufted, and I thought it matched well with this stitched wall hanging. I did not receive my embossing folders of the month yet. I'm still waiting on those, so I couldn't use one of those. But this just goes to show you that no matter what other clubs you're enrolled in, or maybe you're not enrolled in any clubs, there are Spellbinders products that were previously released that you can use with this new stitching die of the month. So there you go. That's what it looks like. And then I'll take and I'll finish off the back by making a simple loop and then running my needle through that loop. That creates a nice little knot. And I'll do that again just to secure it, but it's not really going anywhere. But this one turned out really nice. It was very easy as well to follow along. And I think that if you're interested in the stitching die of the month and you've never signed up for it before, you can sign up between the 6th and the 27th of the month. So today is April 8th, so you can head on over there and sign up. You have until the 27th, and then after that, the club will not be available, and you'll have to wait for it to be sold on the website while supplies last in future months. All right, so this is just me trying to figure out how I'm going to assemble the card. Which way I'm going to layer things and whatnot. Just takes me a minute here. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up for the sake of time. And if you're new to Spellbinders, they have a club of the month for lots of different products. Not only do they have stitching die of the month, they have 3D embossing folder of the month, regular embossing folder of the month, stamp and die of the month. They've got better press plate of the month, wax seal of the month, glimmer hot foil of the month. And they also have large die of the month and small die of the month. Or what you could do is get the entire caboodle, which would be all of their monthly club kits. For a discounted price, they have that available. So if you're one of those folks that just, you've got to have it all, that is an option. And I believe they've been including a free product for those that are subscribed to the whole caboodle. And I'm not really sure what the free product is this month because I'm not subscribed to that. Now, Spellbinders did send me this stitch die of the month for no cost. I am part of their social media influencing group. And so I will create a video using this product and giving you ideas on how you can create a card using this product. I really like this oval frame here in the middle. It's sort of got an embossed line around it that finishes it off really nicely. I wanted it to sort of stand up a little bit from the bottom. So I have the full bottom layer, then I have the gold band around it, and then I have the cream color on the inside for the stitched wall hanging. And again, as I was creating with this, I was thinking about embroidery and hoops and needlecraft, that sort of thing. It just reminded me of, I don't know, something a little bit old-fashioned-y, but not, you know, I don't know, just charming. It just reminded me of that. And what I'm doing, you can arrange your flowers however you'd like. You can put them inside. You can do this like what I'm doing. I'm just trying to think of a way that I can arrange them on the outside rim. Normally what I do is just get an idea of how I want to arrange everything, and then I'll go in and either glue it or use foam tape, foam squares to adhere everything. And I want to incorporate the sentiment, which is for you, as well as the little handle that is so cute. It reminds you almost of a pocket watch handle. And I'm thinking, there could be other uses for this little handle in the future if I wanted to create a little pocket watch. So I'm just going to tuck this under this oval. There you go. Isn't that adorable? Here's that little stitch or little piece of thread or floss. And again, we have the words for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue everything down, adhere everything. And then I have some photos at the end of some still shots of my finished card for you to look at. So please hang in for that. If you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you would subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up, and please leave a comment below letting me know what you think about this stitching die of the month. Are you into stitching dies? You can use these even if you don't do the stitching. They're so pretty that you could use them as standalone, and they just remind you of just a pierced die if you would not do any stitching. You know, so what I'm showing you right now, the orange and the yellow, those are the little buds that you put on the little flower stems. And here I'm showing you some close-ups of my finished card. I did grab some Spellbinders gems. I have the gold ones here. I placed them on my card as well. And I put one gold gem inside each of the flower to make the center of the flower. Thank you so much for watching. Have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.